Hi, welcome to Weekend Box Office Predictions and Movie Review. Today is April 10th, 2016. My name is Craig and I am your host. Hey, I'm going to give you the actual numbers from this past weekend's box office and check in to see how I did. Also my segment of Beat the Expert. Also give you a quick update on Doctor Strange as well. And overall, it was a battle for number one. Initially we thought that there wouldn't be a battle, but it turned out that the movies, when the estimates came out Sunday night, there was only a $45,000 difference between the two, with having The Boss on top. So let's go ahead and jump into the new movies. First was Hardcore Henry. I made a prediction of $10.2 million. This movie just absolutely bombed. It only came in at $5.1 million. So not a lot of interest in this movie, obviously. So, but pretty much every expert had this movie around $10 million. I think the lowest was like $8.4 million. So what everyone had predicted and what it should have made, it obviously did not even reach that potential. So a couple viewers had, one had 6.8 million, so that was the closest number that came to what it actually did. Another person had 9.5 million. So next is the movie Demolition, and Hardcore Henry didn't do well. Demolition really got demolished. I had made a prediction of 4.5 million. And it barely squeaked over $1 million at 1.1 million. So Brian had made a prediction of 2.95 million, and Ginger Snaps 24 had made a prediction of 3.3 million. So once again, the two new movies that came out besides The Boss, just no interest in them, and they will quickly die out here, and they will both struggle to probably even come halfway making back their budget at all. So. Last but not least is The Boss, starring Melissa McCarthy. This movie took number one for this weekend. And I made a prediction of $20.8 million, and it came in at $23.6 million. Between it and Batman, there was only about a $250,000 difference for the weekend. So this movie gets to continue to claim number one, push Batman out in its third week, when Batman obviously probably should have had at least another third week of sitting at the top. So it's continuing to struggle numbers-wise, although it is getting up there slowly but surely closer to that 1 billion mark. But it's unfortunate that it's not seeing the numbers that they had wanted. So Eric had made a prediction of 21.2 million, and Brian had made a prediction of 18.4 million. So this movie did perform better than expected, and so thanks for those predictions as well. Just mentioned Batman vs. Superman. I made a prediction of 23.1 million. I nailed it. They actually came in at 23.4 million, so I was just 300,000 off, and so I was real glad on where that came in. Zootopia, it's almost now at 300 million for U.S. domestic gross and 852 million worldwide gross. So it's continuing to climb up there. I made a prediction of 14.5 million. Came in right at 14.4 million. So another great prediction on my part. This movie will probably easily top 1 billion. So as it's got probably another month and a half at the theater. So next is My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2. I made a prediction of 6.7 million. I came in, the actual was right at 6.5 million. I nailed this one again as well, so I was real happy with that. Next is God's Not Dead 2. I made a prediction of 3.81 million. And it came in right at 4.3 million. So just a touch off. This movie's continuing to perform very okay, not as well as Miracles vs. Heaven, but it probably will see a profit as long as it continues to do what it is doing. So next is Miracles from Heaven. I made a prediction of 4.5 million. Got this one right almost on the nose as well. It came in at 4.7 million. This movie's going to make a nice profit. It's already over 50 million. With a budget of only 13 million, you're going to make a lot of money with it. So, next is the movie Allegiant. I made a prediction of 3.5 million. It came in right at 3.5 million. Great guess on my part as well for this one. It is struggling though. It's only up to 61 million. That's only about half at this point of what Divergent had made. It was right around 125 million at this point. So, it is going to struggle. Overall, it's at 141 million for worldwide gross. So, and last I made a prediction on 10 Cloverfield Lane at 2.6 million, and it came in right at 2.9 million. So this movie is up to almost 100 million worldwide now, and it's obviously doing very well overall. So my next segment of the show is Beat the Expert. This is where I compare myself to other experts in the industry. And for this week, fourth place was ProBoxOffice.com, who has been sitting in first place overall. They came in at 74.3%. Box Office Mojo was at 74.7%, so they're real close. Next is Box Office Profits at 75.5%. And I finished in first this week at 75.9%. This was the closest race I think we've had so far. So I was real excited to come out on top on this. If it wasn't for Demolition and Hardcore Henry, obviously our numbers, all of us, would probably have been close to 88, 92% overall for our totals. So everyone had a tough week, but yet we all still did pretty well overall. So overall numbers, fourth place is Box Office Profits at 75.1%. Third place is Box Office Mojo at 78.6%. I'm still in second place, but I've closed the gap. I'm at 82.13%. And ProBoxOffice.com is at 82.46%. So I've knocked off 0.7% this past week, so I'm real happy with that. So, hey, on last Friday's show, I had made a comment about Doctor Strange being the second movie in what they are now confirming to be a trilogy for the Civil War. The article I cannot find it now. I actually had it saved, and then I deleted that after I wrote the information down. So if anybody out there finds this article, please let me know where it's at in the comments below. I have been searching for it, and I can't find it. So I don't know if it's fact or fiction at this point, because I want to go back and confirm that because of a comment a subscriber had made. So, let me know what you think on that as well. Obviously, we know we got the two movies, but from my understanding, though, what this article said, they did confirm that it was going to be a second movie to a trilogy for it. So, also, the new trailers came out this week. Last night was Suicide Squad. Movie continues to look awesome. It's really going to be neat to see what this movie will do. Saw Batman in there rescuing Harley Quinn. At least that's what it appears to be. So I'm looking real exciting, and looking forward to seeing that movie as well. There was a trailer for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that came out. Another one for Captain America Civil War. Didn't see too much else in that. And also there's a new one for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. So we have a lot of great movies coming out this summer. And, it's good, but yet it's bad because when you got big budget movies on top of one another, sometimes it can be hard to see them back to back. And yet this can make the movies suffer on how much they earn. So, hey, that's it for today's show. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be back on Friday with my predictions for this next weekend, giving you predictions you can count on that are better than the weatherman. Take care.